In today's episode of Artisan Advice, we're going to talk about apertures. Specifically, which one do you choose if you're shooting portraits on location? Let's get into it. Welcome back to Alpha Universe. My name is Miguel Quiles, and I'm here on location today with Miss Caitlin, and we're going to be talking about apertures. I get this question all the time. People want to know, how do I know which aperture to choose given my environment? And I know for a lot of people, the default is usually to take a lens like this 50mm f1.2 lens. It is fantastic, shot wide open. So a lot of people will just shoot everything at f1.2. And it definitely gives you a really nice, beautiful look. It gives you that dreamy, blurry background. But let's be honest, everybody who buys a 50mm f1.2 is probably going to be shooting at f1.2. So you kind of run the risk of getting shots that look like everybody else's shots. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Because the look of shooting portraits at f1.2, it's special. It looks really cool. But you have a lot of other apertures available to you. This lens goes all the way up to f16. I don't necessarily shoot my portraits at f16, although if it was a very bright environment, I may choose to shoot at f16. But I'm typically shooting my portraits anywhere from wide open all the way up to as high as maybe f8 or f11, just based on my lighting conditions that I find myself in. So today, it's towards the end of the day. We're in kind of a shady area shooting portraits. And so I'm gonna show you a few different options here, some shots at f1.2, some of them at f4, and I'll just kind of try some different apertures to show you the results. So for this photo shoot, I was all over the place. I did some shots at f1.2, did some at f4, 5.6, f9, f16, which I think for a lot of people, they would be mind blown, flabbergasted that I would shoot at f16. But really the idea or the reason for shooting at some of these higher f-stops or more narrow f-stops is to get more of the scene in focus. I think what a lot of people do is they'll find a really cool location, and if you shoot at f1.2, it's all going to be blurred away. You won't really get the context of where that person is at. When you shoot at those higher f-stops, the f5.6s, the f8s, the f16s, more of the scene starts to become in focus, and you can actually see where that person is. You can see that there's a house. If there's cool textures anywhere, you're able to capture that when you shoot at those higher f-stops. So just keep in mind, every scenario that you find yourself in to shoot portraits is not going to require you to blur out the background in order to get the shot. Sometimes there might be a really cool background right around the corner from where you're shooting, where you could shoot at f5.6 or f8, get that shot, get that background in focus, and get something that looks really unique and really different from what everybody else is shooting. So if that helped you out, leave a like on this video and subscribe to Alpha Universe. We have new videos releasing all the time. Make sure you follow Caitlin. She's got some amazing work. We'll link her work in the description below. And while you're here, I'm gonna put this video here on the screen for you. I think it's one that if you wanna improve your portrait game, it's one that you definitely wanna check out. I'll see you there.